morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm, okay? So, like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things, okay? Um, this morning I wanted to talk about shout out to Blackwood News. Okay, Blackwood News actually is the reason I've talked about this before, but when they put it out on the news, they was very vague about it. And I was looking at Blackwood News had posted something about it, and it made me go back and relook at some you know how they've quietly just kind of put out some stuff as it relates to the H to the I to the V and the A to the I to the D to the S. They've kept people's brains and stuff so got boggled up with cold to the vid. Y'all know we have to say things and certain things on here in certain ways. That people have completely forgotten about how bad that the H to the I to the V is still out there. And if you notice, they don't talk about being reactive anymore, about being responsible. They don't talk about prevention. They kind of uh, gear you in a direction of, well, after you contract this, here's the medicine, to keep you alive longer. That's actually what's promoted now more so than prevention, right? These are the types of games that's played, okay? But I wanted to read a story that I came across, and it says, if you live in Shelby County, that's in Memphis, you're more likely to contract the H to the I to the V than anywhere else in the country. The Memphis region ranks second for new H to the I to the V infections in the U.S., according to Shelby County's health department. African Americans are getting the disease at a higher rate than anyone else. That's why for this Black H to the I to the V, A to the I to the DS Awareness Day, the health department offered free rapid testing at their Jefferson location. But they didn't even put it on the news. They put it on a news site with no video or anything like that. They didn't promote it a whole lot. And they said that it was a low turnout. If you don't promote something, the turnout is going to be low. If you just barely promote it, it says, I was in denial, so I had them to test me again, and it was confirmed, says Jocelyn Meeks. It was a diagnosis Meeks never could have imagined. She found out she was H to the I to the V positive in 2011. It was a really hard time for me. I didn't know anybody that was going through what I was going through. Today, the Memphis region has the second highest rate for the new H to the I to the V infections in the entire country, and African Americans are disproportionately affected. Even though African Americans make up 52% of our population here in Shelby County, and they're talking about in Shelby County. So Shelby County used to, and Memphis sits in Shelby County, right? But when you talk about Shelby County, that may be if you're talking about Shelby County, but Memphis is like 76%. Okay. It says because Shelby County is kind of considered it's the county. It's weird though. Okay. We also make up 81% of the H to the I to the V cases. People living with H to the I to the V, says Shelby County's director. That's almost 100% of blacks, right? That's the reasons why they're not talking about it. Okay. That's why Dr. Taylor encourages anyone who is sexually active to get tested or at least once a year. She said most people with H to the I to the V can live a long time and be healthy. I told y'all. There are so many better treatments than we have had 10 years ago. She said most people who are in the care may be taking 1 or 2 pills a day. Some folks can even take a monthly injection to keep them virally suppressed. Meanwhile, Meeks is focused on breaking the H to the I to the V stigma. She wants people battling the virus to know they are not alone. It's really not as stigmatic as it was back in the 80s, she said. it's just like a chronic illness like diabetes or something like that. Oh wow. The thing about it is, hey, no, it's not. No, it's not. Even though now whatever they're putting in the stuffed foods is doing something where it takes your glucose and stuff up in record numbers. You have people eating now. You're right. People are dying more, I guess. But this H to the I to the V, this is something that can be prevented just by people being responsible, right? I think the medicines for the H to the I to the V is a lot more. Um, and so, okay, because it's almost affecting blacks 100%, right? Um, I think it's not promoted as much as far as like prevention. So I was looking at Blackwood News, and Blackwood News had shared, they somebody posted, so it's 30 kids that tested positive for H to the I to the V at Hamilton and double that at Whitehaven High School. Okay, that's sad. So that means if it's 30 kids, teenagers that tested positive at Hamilton, that means if it's double that at Whitehaven, that's about 60, right? So we have teenagers that are being irresponsible. Whitehaven is not even that, you think about Hamilton too. Like these schools have about what? It's not even 1,000 kids at those schools, right? So this is sad on a whole nother level. And prevention is not being promoted, because it is affecting the black community. And as I always said, that the money is in the medicine, so we have to start. They get rich by treating it. So we got to start back being smart about that. Get tested, but also be responsible, because we're always talking about get tested, and we should, but also be responsible and go get tested together before you ever even have relations with someone, and then still use protection, right? So that has to be promoted even more, because it is definitely affecting our community. And to think that the people in Memphis is more than likely to get it because the number is spreading so rapidly. I don't know. There is some type of attack on Memphis. Not only is the crime out of control, but now there's a warfare as it relates to the H to the I to the V, right? And so, y'all, we just got to get our lives in order. If we see that games are being played with our lives and things of that nature, what we have to do is we have to come together. Okay, we have to come together and start working together to let people know that Black lives really do matter, and not just say it because it's cool to say it, or it's just we hear other people saying it. It's just a phrase, and actually live that out, right? Our lives matter in so many instances. We're not guinea pigs. We're not this. You can't just drop drugs off in our community. You can't just do that to us, right? We come together, we start creating, first of all, we start doing some of the things that I said as it relates to politicians. There has to be some repercussions as it relates to selling out the Black community, because everybody takes advantage of the Black community, right? And then there are no repercussions because we have so many cuckabug heads that escort these pharaohs into our community, right? And I'm sure a lot of y'all knew who Pharaoh was in the Bible when God told Moses to tell Pharaoh, let my people go. And Pharaoh could be a damn Black person or a white person or whatever. It's time for people in our community to stop escorting these pharaohs into our community and taking advantage of Black people that have already been economically suppressed, educationally, and everything else, right? So, but we have, now they've gotten token Negroes to do that, and there are no repercussions. I feel like the Black folks need to be handled even worse that do that to their own community. Hey, I'm all about that. Sometimes there has to be some damn correction so that nobody else coming behind them will want to do it. They're going to know it's going to be some damn repercussions, right? People get rich off of what they do to the African American community. But hey, we don't have to continue that. We don't have to perpetuate what has already been put into the atmosphere by consistently taking each other out, killing each other, and all of that. This type of stuff, this is a warfare right here. And I believe that our community is targeted as it relates to this. It's all in the schools and stuff now. Why aren't they talking about this more? We don't see all of this. They keep us so, our minds and stuff, so boggled up with the president, what's going on with President Trump, what's going on with Diddy, what's going on with all of that, when there is an attack on the Black community, right? Whether it's crime or health or whatever. This is the type of stuff that we should be dealing with, okay? I wish I could get more into that. I probably will, but I got to get out of here and go to the dentist, okay? But anyways, you guys, we'll talk more about this, but I just wanted to shed some light on this, okay? And we'll talk more about this later, because this right here is my type of stuff. I love talking about this and coming up with solutions, because we have to do that, right? We have to do that. My dad always said it ain't no need in talking about something if you ain't got a solution for it. He used to always say, when I would come to him about something, do you have some type of solution in mind? Okay, well, I need you to go and write some stuff down, write the problem down, and then write down, do some research and come back with some solutions. If not, we don't even need to talk about it, because we ain't doing nothing but blowing hot air. And that's what has been going on in the Black community as it relates to the Black preachers and as it relates to a lot of the politicians, because unfortunately, a lot of the Black leaders, like some of the Black preachers that are mostly trusted with the big churches, have been escorting these pharaohs into our community. And it's time for Pharaoh to let our people go, okay? But anyways, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash